All right. Why? All right, there we go.
It's only water, it's either sink or swim. Can't hold back your light and expect to win. Gotta go harder, oh you've gotta learn. Don't suppress your fire, baby, let it burn. Be who you are. Nobody can take that away from you. Oh, straight from the heart. No playing games. You gotta be true, true, true. You gotta be. Cause you're human. Sometimes it's gonna hurt, baby. Just let your tears fall down. No need to worry about tomorrow, baby. Cause you got time to figure it out. It's only water. It's either sink or swim. Can't hold back your light and expect to win. Gotta go harder. Oh, you gotta learn. Don't suppress your
fire.
Nobody can take that away from you. Oh, straight from the heart.
Car straight cut off. Car straight cut off. All right, what the hell? I gotta rewind that. Excuse me. Time is all off.
It's only water. It's either sink or swim. Can't hold back your light and expect to win. Gotta go harder. Oh, you've gotta learn. Don't suppress your fire, baby, let it burn. Be who you are. Nobody can take that away from you. Oh, straight from the heart. No playing games. You gotta be true, true, true. You gotta be. Cause you're human. Sometimes it's gonna hurt, baby. Just let your tears fall down. No need to worry about tomorrow, baby. Cause you got time to figure it out. It's only water. It's either sink or swim. Can't hold back your light and expect to win. 'Cause you got time to figure it out.
Okay. All right, let me get this chat up real quick. All right, let's see who's here. Jelani was good. Melanie, what's happening? Jay Carly's here. Adam's here. Jeffrey. Hey, Lisa. Lisa joined us today, I believe. Yeah, that's Lisa Lewis. Yep. Damon, what's going on? Winston. Joe Jackson in the building. All right. You like that techno? That song is hot. That song is hot. That's a song I remember from a couple of years ago that I dug up. This group called Toxic Hearts. Toxic Hearts. Oh, excuse me. Tyler, what's good? Oh, excuse me. Oh, before I forget, so this thing came that Lulu got for me for the bid, and I used it. I don't know if it really did anything, but I'm picky like that. But it does have a bunch of stuff in it. I think I bought it because I forgot what the name of it was. But this is it right here. Look, this. Y'all see that? So this thing got a bunch of stuff in it. It had a beard wash, a conditioner, and then it has this, the beard oil, and then it got a beard balm. Like this, come on, man. Like this is a lot to be doing for your beard, yo. It got a beard comb. Like this is if you really in the beard game for real. Like I'm not there yet, I don't think. I don't think it's long enough. I don't know if it's long enough. See, I don't got the length yet. But I did use the oil. The oil smells real good. And the balm, Lulu tried to put a little bit on there. So yeah, so that's what she got me. She got me like a real kit. I'm like, yo, this is work. I ain't trying to do work. Like shit, that's why I paid a barber. Nah, but it is very nice though. Very nice kit. She had to do that because I was ready to chop it off. I still feel like I'm ready to chop it off. But we'll see. I might hold on to it for a little longer. One blade for shaping up. See, like, there's work involved in all of this. I'm not trying to do no work at all. That's why I haven't touched it. I ain't do nothing to it. This is the most I've done today. Like I washed it and used the conditioner in it, and I can feel a slight difference in like the texture of it. So it is a little softer. Right, you know, probably he get the call immediately. Like vamos. Yeah, I feel bad for y'all. I let me not complain. You right. You right. You said it took 5 hours. All right, let me shut up then. It only took me about an hour in the shower, but the whole process for the bid probably took maybe 5, 10 minutes. I ain't gonna front. Oh, so before I forget, the topic today is investing in the stock market worth your time? That's the topic. Just so we have a direction of discussion. And I believe I have the timer set up. I just set that, so I'm looking at this euro dollar. I'm gonna see what's going on. Yeah, I probably did because I probably was calling to make an appointment. Yep. Yeah, he's Poppy Chulo. Adam said ladies spend lots of times on their beds. Let me put out the disclaimer immediately. Whatever Adam say, I don't got nothing to do with it. I don't got nothing to do with it. All you missing is the step back jump shot with that bid kit. I just said the one y'all always late for shit. Got a point. If you're investing in 5G technology or AI, it's probably not a bad option, as in something to sit on. Okay, you talking about stocks? What stocks are actually investing in those technologies that you know of? Like, are these companies that you're familiar with, or these are newer companies like technology based companies that are doing things with 5G. And AI is something that I thought about, but I think it's way too early. I don't think that it's something that's gonna like it's not gonna hit for years. I don't believe. Like, it's in the conversation, but I don't think that it's anything practical yet. J. Carter, you doing something where you wash your hair with conditioner? Interesting. You mean versus shampoo? Because what does shampoo do? It like dries your hair out, something like that. Adam said when ladies say that there'll be a couple of minutes, they mean basketball minutes. Oh snap. Ernest said men don't really care about your hair. Y'all get dressed for other women. I can't fully agree with that. I do care somewhat. Like, your hair can't be looking crazy. And women are naturally enemies. Jake always said men have cared about her here. Oh, for the 5 hour hairdo? Yeah. That's the go out. That's the good. That's the I'm going somewhere hairdo. Like we going out somewhere. But I know what you mean. I do know what you mean. Yeah, but so overall, the stock market, in general, I'm curious to know if people think that it's worth their time, like investing in it. I mean, with the exception, of course, if you invest in retirement accounts, which naturally you should have in the stock market. But other than that, just regular investments that people, look to make. Is stock market even something that's considered? I think that's more so my question, or something I'm curious about. Tracy says she getting cute for herself. Oh, it took that long because of the texture. Ernest says stocks not worth the hustle just to get started and maintain an account. Unless you're already balling deep. Interesting. Tyler said, I'll eventually have a leg in the game with the stock market. Possibly. At the moment, I'm not really concerned. NADEX is our golden child. I agree. When it comes to stocks, I think that the way that people look at the stock market is probably not the best perspective. I don't think that somebody is using, because I look at stocks like the way that you would look at a business. The stock just represents ownership in an actual business that you would want to invest in. So when I look at the stock market, typically what people are thinking about is buy low, sell high, like trying to get into and out of a stock. I think that the better approach is actually to look for companies that represent good businesses. If the company represents a good business, in my opinion, it's a good stock to invest in. And I don't think that that's the perspective that the majority of people have. Like the long-term business approach when it comes to looking at stocks. So I think that that's the best perspective to have when it comes to the stock market, because you're treating it more so from the business perspective more than anything, and that'll help you to make an actual decision based on the company that you're investing in versus the price of the stock. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I bought this stock at 40 and sold it at 75. That's more so trying to trade. And I don't think that trading the stock market is something that you want to end up doing, especially if you're the average person. But from the perspective of looking at companies and looking at how they do business and looking at what they're looking to do going forward into the future, that would make sense to make an investment in the stock for that company, because you're looking at the company like it's a business. You know what I mean? So that's just my thought process. I was curious to see, like, what other people thought about the stock market in general, because it comes up. Like, people always bring it up, especially when they come on here. Rich said, if you find the Apple stock of 2020, yep. Tracy says she'd rather do real estate than stocks. Ernest said, real estate, too much time and work involved. It is a lot of time and work. It definitely is. So is researching stocks, or I should say companies that you would want to invest in their stock. So like from the perspective that I'm talking about, it would involve work if you were to do it the longer term way, the same way that, real estate deals are set up. You don't just go start buying real estate. Like you have to figure out what type of real estate you want to buy. You know what I'm saying? You want to look at commercial property. You want to look at residential property. You looking into rental. You looking into flipping. There's so many different perspectives and avenues that you could take. It just requires a lot of thought and a lot of work and a lot of energy to figure out what you want to do, and then you execute what you want to do. So it is a lot. Jay Carter said, this is not my subject. Unless you're investing for long term and you know what you're doing, then no, it's not worth your time. Very good. Very good answer. That's the answer right there that I basically was looking for. So she said, unless you're investing for the long term and you know what you're doing, no, it's not worth your time. I agree, 100%. I agree with that. She said day trade and penny stocks, things like that. No, I agree with that. Yep, I agree with that. Adam said he got one stock account just for monthly dividends. Okay. So you invest like in blue chips that pay dividends in your stock your stock account? Is that how you're doing it? Like you just buy stocks and hold them? Tracy said, yeah, but real estate can pay you over and over depending on the niche that you're in. Stocks is more long term. Real estate can pay you and your family now. Yes. Again, if you know what you're doing, absolutely. Yep. Jay Carly said ETFs or real estate investment trusts. Yeah. Those are good to research and put in the work for, but I don't have time for that until I have time for that. Adam said he invests for income besides his retirement accounts, researches companies that have paid and increased dividends over long term. Right. Yep. Jay Carl, they have a type of investment account that is real estate. Yeah, you're talking about a REIT. You said it, real estate investment trust. Yep. That's one type, but then they do have real estate ETFs also. Yeah, well, a REIT is a little different than an ETF, but it's the same principle for the most part. They're both investing in real estate, yes. You learned that from me. Tracy said a lot of people want to just follow the hype and buy stocks other people are buying without understanding how to analyze the stock that they're investing in. Right. That's the mistake that the majority of people make. And then when they do that and lose money, then they don't consider the stock market to be something that is worthwhile for them because they didn't, take the time to do their diligence in the beginning, from the beginning, before they actually put money into it. And you're right. It's just like how people be like, hey, you got any stock tips? It's like, what's a stock tip? Like, what do that even mean? That means you listening to somebody telling you to put money into a specific stock for whatever their reason is. That don't mean it's a good business to invest in. It doesn't mean any of that shit. Adam said it takes all kinds of people to keep the market going. Yeah, that's literally what creates the market as we know it. Is all of the chaos from people not knowing what they're doing, pretty much. Jay Carly said, people get scared and pull out of stocks before they take off, and then they lose out on windfalls. I am people. Indeed. Yeah, but it's an interesting topic. It is. Oh, excuse me. Again, it has so much more to do with psychology of people than anything else. She said that was the most hurtful shit ever when I got scared and and sold those shares that then went to $10 4 months later. I had over 1,000 shares bought at 11 cents a share. Yeah, it happens, Jay Carly. It happens. Well, you got to remember somebody sold Apple stock the same year that they bought it. Probably a bunch of people. They bought it the same year. When the IPO came out, they bought some and they sold it. I know they kicking themselves down. Yes, but so I think that overall the consensus is that research is like required in order to make good investments, because you need to know what you're doing. You need to know if it fits the profile for what you're trying to do. You know, like, are you trying to invest and you have a short-term outlook? Some people look at investing like, oh yeah, I want to see what I can do in the next couple of years. And in my opinion, the stock market is not really something that you do for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really have that short-term of an outlook if you're looking at these companies as businesses. It's different if you're looking at other metrics to determine whether or not now would be a time, for example, to buy a stock that's undervalued. Like, if you know that the value of the stock is way more than what the current price might be, there's a number of different metrics that people use within research to determine that. Like PE ratio, price to earnings ratio, the dividends, recent market activity. Just like when all this hit with the pandemic, stocks got smashed, but that was an open opportunity for a lot of people to buy, or for those drops. So some people wait for that. They like to wait in the cut for an opportunity to come out of something bad that took place. You know what I mean? So they'll wait for stuff to happen. They'll wait for drops, and they'll wait for market, recessions and retracements and stuff like that, to try to time their entry into an actual stock that actually has more value than the price is reflecting at the time. So that's another strategy that people use in the stock market. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm just thinking off the top of my head, like, how people have invested in the past. In my own personal experience, that's how I know people that used to be brokers. They used to kind of do that. They'll wait around for a stock to get hit or some type of news to affect it. And when the news comes out and the stock drops, they looking to buy that stock up. You know what I'm saying? At lower prices, because they know that it's undervalued. But when you do that, you have to really kind of know a lot about the company that you're dealing with to know whether or not that market activity even makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you'll have an extended period of time where that stock is not going to do anything after the drop. So it's kind of like you got to know, well, this is a short-term temporary thing because of this. And this has to be some strong shit for you to put your money and invest in it at that time. You know what I mean? In my opinion. But it's interesting. It really is. Because people invest in everything, man. Like, you'd be surprised. People be just investing in shit. They don't be knowing what they doing. They don't be having any idea what they're doing. Investing in stocks goes back to how are you learning, how long are you willing to wait, how much research are you willing to do. Yep. Adam said, especially if you don't want to pay a bunch in taxes. Yep. Jelani said, I'm good with TA. I'll cross that bridge if I ever get there. That is if. I doubt that you'll ever get to that bridge. I doubt it. Jay Carly, no one is going to throw a dart at a board and bam, you just found the next Amazon or Apple stock. It takes real research and this also requires skill. Yes, it does. I think that you probably better off knowing about a company that could potentially do well in the future by actually having relationships with people in business. Like knowing executives and people that are actually on the ground, at the ground level of a business or a company or an organization. You know what I mean? That can give you insight on the inner workings of how that business operates. Because the operation of the business has a lot to do with the success of a stock. You know what I mean? Like when the management of the company is done well, the stock typically will do well because the company is going to make money. If the company makes money and people see that the company is profitable, then other ideas attached to whatever that company or that opportunity is what will make the stock price or the value of that stock accelerate like to much higher levels because people are looking at it in a niche, just as an example, from a niche perspective. So they can be looking at a technology company, for example. The technology that company is developing or, whatever they're doing is crazy. It's something that is like cutting edge. It's trend setting, whatever. When you see what it is, you get attracted to it. So you're attracted to what the company actually is doing, right? But now what if their management is garbage though? What if the actual people running the company don't really know what they're doing like that? So now you have a crazy technology that is basically being put out into the marketplace by people that don't really know how to manage the company. So they make mistakes along the way. And what you thought was going to be a great investment ends up not being a great investment. But because of the technology behind what the company was investing in, somebody else wants to buy the company that does know what they're like. You see what I'm saying? So like this is like I'm not gonna call it insider information, but the more relationships that you develop with people that are in the know, that's gold. It's like knowing people that know stuff is gold. That's what is actually a part of what you can build when it comes to being knowledgeable about companies. I would always rather talk to somebody that actually is running things at a business than to talk to an analyst of the stock. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even want to hear nothing from the analyst of the stock because you just taking information and numbers and crunching it. I would rather talk to the people actually running the business. I would go and sit in the shareholders meeting, you know what I'm saying, and just listen to what they're talking about, like that type of shit. So, but again, all that shit is work. When it's all said and done. Yep, all of that is work. Adam said, I did that, bought a bunch of Six Flags and MGM. Jay Carly, day trading, you already have to be in position. You can make thousands of dollars in a day because of a 4 to 5 cent jump. You can't do that when you don't have the capital, right? She said, I'm gonna just swim. I don't need the bridge. I don't want to do it. Lisa said, I'm excited to get in and start learning. Lisa, you started watching the videos, right? What videos have you watched so far? Joe Jackson said, I think trading stock options are better than trading the actual stock. That's valid. It definitely can be. It could be very profitable. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Tracy said, I just stick with TA. And you know why I bring up these topics anyway, so you know what it is. This ain't really for us. It's for people looking. Just something to talk about. J. Carr said, like I said, the answer to every question is TA. So if I was invested in the company, it would be Mark. Get your fuller IPO. She said, I did like to always listen to the earning calls. They were very interesting to me for the companies. Yeah. Yep. Okay, very good, Lisa. Very good. So she's watched 336. You watched 339 or 396? Maybe you had the numbers different in the chat I gave you. And she's watching 301 now. Excellent. If you didn't watch 396, I want you also to watch that one after you finish watching 301. Incorporate 396 as well. Definitely have to watch that one. Torrey, what's happening, man? What was I thinking about? I was thinking about something just now. I forgot. It'll come back to me. Yeah, I was thinking that, Jay Carly. That's why I got excited as soon as I saw that. Following instructions out the gate. Yep. Oh, okay, it was a typo. All right, Lisa's on it. Go ahead, Lisa. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, excellent. Oh, I very rarely call people, right? I think that the gentleman that had called, I must have called him because I just got finished doing something. I think I had just got off. I think I had just got off the live stream. Maybe that's what it was. I had just got off of a live stream, and he had questions, so he was asking if he could call me. So I let him call me. I was like, I got a couple of minutes, so go ahead and call. So he called me, and we had a conversation, and he basically mentioned that he trades traditional binaries, like regular binary options, the traditional ones, the ones that give you like the 80% payout and all of that. So I was having a conversation with him about that, and then I was explaining the difference between that and NADEX. And it just was interesting to me, like how I don't even know how I know stuff. Like I knew about everything he was explaining. I knew about traditional binaries, even though I didn't trade them that much, but I'm familiar with them. You know what I mean? But it just was bugging me out. Like how time and experience teach you a lot, but it's what you do with the time. Because I'm just realizing like how you can like cram a lot of valuable information into a shorter period of time. It's like, well, how do you do that? And what it is repetition. That's what it is. It's like I realize now that that's something that is a habit that you already have, but it's what you have it with. That's the question. It's like, what are you repetitive with? You understand what I'm saying? So when you take something that's very specific and that is like a specific piece of information or some knowledge, and you're repetitive with whatever that is, the way that you elevate within your knowledge base of whatever that thing is insane. It really is, because when I literally recorded the conversation. I had to record it because I wanted to hear what I was going to say. Like I didn't even know what I was going to say, but when I played it back, I was like how do I even know all of that? Like it just comes just off the top of the head, and I'm like, damn, it's crazy because that's the same exact thing that happens as you elevate your skill in the market. That's what happens to you. It's like you're not thinking about it anymore. It's automatic. It's like boom, 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 boom. You know exactly where you're going, what you're doing. You're looking at the market, you're like, nope. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what you need the market to look like. And if it don't look like that, it's nothing. It's next. You don't think about it. And I just realized that is what the training does. That's what it teaches you to do. It teaches you to take your repetition and apply it to something that is going to become super duper valuable for you. Like what's more valuable than you developing patience and discipline in life? You know what I'm saying? Forget, like, just let alone what we doing in the market. Just you becoming a more patient and more disciplined person. How valuable is that going to be for you? It's pretty remarkable stuff, man. It's pretty remarkable stuff. He said, your Ernest is a nut. He said, you've been in the financial market since Moses came down the mountain with the 10 Commandments. Oh, snap. I know, right? Well, Nathan gonna call anyway. He don't give a shit. He's like, listen, I'm gonna accidentally call you every day. Yeah, funny. Jesus sandals with the socks on. Yo, see, I ain't gonna tell y'all nothing no more, man. I ain't telling y'all shit no more. Oh shit. Shahar, what's up? She said you even know the jail attire, never been there. Oh man. He said Mark ran it on Jesus too. Red man don't play. Oh snap. Yo, that is funny. Y'all is a trip, man. Yeah, Redman been chilling though. I think Redman only showed up like once or twice last week. He been in the cut. Everybody on here been coming on here just relaxing. Oh yeah, yes, Redman Jr. did. Surely did. Oh yeah, did y'all? If y'all didn't watch the training last night, y'all gotta check that out. Student 101. It's crazy. Crazy. Student 101. Oh, excuse me. Oh boy. Here go the yawns. So I am observing this euro in the background. Actually, the euro looks pretty good, but it's just not. It's not positioned just yet. But it actually looks pretty good. Pretty good. Gee, you like the little engine that could, huh? Yeah, let me take a look at it. Yeah, matter of fact, I'll do a quick pull up. Did that one just not have a little bit of speed in it? Or was I just seeing things? It could be because when I pulled up the chart, it was early. And the chart was bigger. Maybe I just was seeing the candle look big. Time and the behavior was off. What was off about it? A burst? Okay. Yeah, I figured as much. Damn. As soon as Shahar would come on here, I start yawning. She done brought the sleep demon on here. I rebuke you. I just woke up like, time I wake up. No, I was up kind of early today, actually. I was up at 9. I usually don't be waking up until like 1. Be sleeping my little heart out. All right, so I'm gonna take a look at all of these actually. So the GU I got up, I'm gonna get pull up the Aussie. See what that's looking like. And the dollar yen. Who else looked at the dollar yen? There was somebody else that said that they watch dollar yen. I forgot who it was though. It was somebody else besides JT. And it was interesting to me because they were like, you know, like committed. Like they were matter of factly, like, yeah, I'm gonna do the dollar yen. Oh, is it Riley? Okay. Oh, excuse me. Oh, it started to move late. If it would have done what it did under the minute, it would have looked MR-ish. Okay. Okay. So JT and Riley, they watching the dollar yen. Interesting. Oh, let me take a look at Bitcoin again. Bitcoin hovering around that 8,800 level. The Bitcoin that I bought on, I forgot what the date was. It was March something. March whatever. But I think I had bought it at 4,800 to 4,700, one of them. And then the other day I sold some of it at 9,200. So that was one of them situations where a drop, you know that is coming back. It had dropped as a result of the lockdown stuff. So as a matter of fact, it was that same day. I was like, anywhere around that $5,000 level, it was a buy. I think I probably mentioned it. I'm pretty sure that I did on one of the live streams that I was on at the time. But yeah, that ended up being a really nice trade right there. And that's separate from what I do normally, which is buy Bitcoin every week. So I typically buy Bitcoin, some Ethereum. What's the other one? Whatever the other one is that I had mentioned. I buy them every week and just build up the position. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Yup. It's funny too because the day when I logged in, it literally was at 9,200. And as soon as I saw that, I just I sold it right then and there. The same one that I bought that day. I had bought a couple at 4,700. Yep. Is having many seizures. The euro was slowing down. It's starting to speed up again now. Pound's kind of doing the same thing. Aussie is still pretty slow overall, and the dollar yen looks real good. Yep, dollar yen looks pretty good. Jay Carly was on Cash App. Looks like they are trying to kind of do what Robinhood does. And you can, in fact, buy Bitcoin on there and you can buy in small increments starting at $10. Really? So you can buy Bitcoin on Cash App? Wow. Somebody mentioned that before, as a matter of fact. I didn't know if you could or not, though. That's pretty good. Because Cash App gives you a card, right? They give you like a Visa card that you can use. That's interesting. Ernest said the euro gonna drop. Drop right after the pop, huh? Paley, I was looking at lot sizes on Forex because I was curious. I saw the number for standard and I said nope. And this is why NADEX is so much better. Yeah, there's no, like, we really can't compare NADEX to anything else that's out there. It's not a fair comparison at all. Jay Carly said yes. When they said that, I was inclined to think that they were confused, but nope, it's on there. And a whole bunch of other stocks also. You can buy fractional shares. Wow. So on Cash App, I wonder when you buy, I'm pretty sure somehow they got like the fee built into the purchase. But I'm wondering if their fee is built into the price that you pay, or if it's a separate fee that you pay for the transaction. That's what I'm curious about. Yeah, let me know what that is, because I am curious to know. Oh, excuse me. That's how I do. That's how I do everything. Yep. Yep. Like, all right, I'll find out. Drop a dime on it. Paley, is right now it's kind of calm in New York. Like, you can see people slowly starting to come back outside, and people are wearing their masks. Yep, people's wearing their masks. They have more places now where you can actually go to get tested, and they're doing different types of testing now. So they're not just testing for the actual virus; they're testing for the antibodies as well. The antibody test lets you know if you had it before, and then your body built up antibodies for it. So it detects antibodies for the virus, and that's how you know that you did have it. So, that I think that they're doing that type of testing, and they're doing the actual testing for the virus. So yeah, they got the antibody test. Now, I don't know how accurate it is. I think that only time will tell that, but they do have that, yes. Yep, they have that now. Rich said that they don't charge commission fees. Okay. Jay Carly, look at the price of the Bitcoin in Cash App now. Can you see that? Or anybody that has Cash App. Look under Bitcoin right now and tell me what the price is in the Cash App. Oh goodness. $88.72. Let me see. Where's actual Bitcoin at? That's about right. 88.69 right now. Okay, so there's about. So it looks like that. It looks like they probably increased the price in the app for you to purchase by a few dollars, and then that's what they earn as the difference. That's like their margin. So they don't charge commissions, but what they're doing is the price of Bitcoin is higher, a little higher on the app when you want to buy some over the actual price of Bitcoin itself. So it's kind of like a spread that they tack on. Okay, so that's good to know. But that's cool. What I like about that is that you can buy fractional portion of Bitcoin, like with a small amount of money. So you could take $20 and just buy some, and you'll just get whatever the fractional portion of Bitcoin is in your account. So now, so if you can buy Bitcoin, that means that you have a wallet in Cash App, because that's where the Bitcoin would have to be when you buy it. It has to be in some type of wallet. So they must have a wallet also built into the app. Okay, so it was 88.74 when Jelani was looking. Rich said based on price fluctuations. Do you think it's going up after the pandemic? When you say going up, what you mean by that? Because it already went up. Like I think I understand what you're asking, but I'm just gonna let you just make sure that you're asking that. When you say up, you mean like back up to 20,000? Oh, goodness gracious. Damn. Oh, back to 20,000. I don't think that it will necessarily do that after the pandemic, because you don't know how long the pandemic is going to be for. It's going to be phases of the pandemic unwinding. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we're going to snap our fingers and everything. It's just going to go back to what it was before. So because of that, everything will be done in phases. But over time, will it go back? Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I don't think that it'll be as a result of anything related to the pandemic, if that's what the question is. It'll just be as a result of other things, like, the demand really for Bitcoin more than anything. And there's a number of things that will influence the demand for Bitcoin. So as you see those things start to unfold, then you'll begin to see Bitcoin pop. You'll start to see it make its way back up there. But until then, it'll just be going up and down. Like the range of the price movement, I think, will be between 5,500 to 6,000 and 10,000. It'll just be moving back and forth between those levels, like for a period of time. Paley's, you know that's a pocket question. Can't be asking no pocket questions. That's the youth right there. Jason said NADEX broke down yesterday. Jason, what you mean? Broke down? They were doing some type of maintenance, and I think that they added a new instrument, and the pricing went down momentarily. Anyone's working order gets stuck. Nope. You have a working order that's still sitting there? And if you do, how long has it been there for? Working order still stuck. You might want to give them a call and just let them know. But did you try logging out? And also, is it absorbing your balance? Like you see the working order there, but is it actually absorbing some of your balance? Rich said, folks out here doing extra shit already, many without masks, got me feeling overdressed. I'm like, okay, y'all go ahead. I'm wearing this thing for a hot minute. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Shit. I don't care if I'm the only one out here with a mask on. I'm gonna rock my mask for a while. Shit. I ain't hear none yet that gives any indication that anything is slowing down. Matter of fact, I think they said um, either yesterday or the day before was the worst day for deaths from the virus. And of course, it's delayed. So when you hearing numbers today, that's reflecting, what kind of took place like weeks ago. So it's a delayed reaction as far as the numbers go. But still, those numbers are still going up. No, that's not a good look. Nope. People out here doing parties and shit. I saw somewhere they was having like a get together. It was mad people outside at the party. I was like, oh no. Oh no. No, we can't do that. Had kids out there and everything. Like y'all are bugging. They added Mexican peso. Oh, on NADEX, yep. Yeah, they added this other thing called knockouts too. I think that is probably I think that's replacing those touch brackets. They must have swapped them out. I don't even know what it is, but I'm just making an educated guess. I don't see touch brackets anymore, and now they got something called knockouts. So whatever that is. Yeah, Mexican peso is definitely a wild pair. Yes, it is. Lisa says she tried to fund her account. It didn't go through, but the money left the bank. They said that they are still going through all the transactions. Lisa, when was that? That was last night? Exactly. Jelani hit it on the head. Yeah, because there was a moment where it was saying something about partially operational or something on the platform. He's right. Yeah, if it don't got that green where it says fully operational and you're not seeing pricing and you're not seeing the chart reloading, yeah, you shouldn't be doing nothing on the platform. Definitely not. All right, so Jason, if you called them already, then you good. Yeah, order didn't get filled for the binary. Actually tried deleting the order, would not delete. Got stuck, but luckily price for that binary did not reach the strike price I was going for. So Jason, it sounded like you were probably placing a trade during that time. Um, it it seems as if it was like that like the whole time though. Like the only, by the time it went back was by the time we started doing training. That was after 10 o'clock. I don't think it was right at all up to that point. And I'm not 100% certain because I wasn't even on. I didn't get on until it was time around training time. And when I did, even I waited. I waited until I saw the platform looking operational. And then I said I'll announce the training time. So I didn't even announce the training time until I saw that the platform was looking right. Ernest said what Canada did was exceptional because people are getting paid monthly. Here, everyone wants out to get paid. Ernest, what you talking about with Canada? What's that about? What you talking about? Peleus, there was a YouTuber having a party with strangers in his backyard. Yeah, they bugging out. Okay, so they renamed touch brackets knockouts. Okay, that shit sound like you might get your ass knocked out too. You better know what you're doing with them things. That's the perfect name. Jay said it was operational, got stuck in between. Okay. Yeah, they'll straighten it out. Don't even worry about it. They will straighten it out. And the same for you, Lisa. Whatever issue that they were having, more than likely they were doing some type of maintenance in addition to whatever other stuff that they might have been doing. They probably was doing a combination of a few things. And it threw off the system. So when they figure everything out and then they do the what do you call it? They do like an audit. When they audit and they verify all of the transactions and whatnot, then it'll go back. Yeah, I'm not sure if Jason or Jason, are you in training with us? I can't even tell. I don't even know. But yeah, because last night I don't think that there was anything trade wise for us to be doing. So yeah, it was nothing to do. They called it that because people normally get knocked out with touch brackets. Ernest Canada's paying their citizens every month for the next foreseeable future, no rent or mortgage payments as well. Ah, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, Canada, they do stuff different, definitely. They do stuff way different. I think that they recently disbanded like those automatic weapons. Something happened with somebody and they had a machine gun and they shot a bunch of people. They disbanded the whole machine guns. Like you can't have them now, period. I actually thought that guns were not legal, period. But I guess that they illegal for hunting purposes, maybe. I don't even know. But I do know that also in Canada, healthcare is free. So Canada is very interesting in the way that they move. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Lisa. Yep. Nothing to worry about. Oh, excuse me. Oh, man. So Lisa, you don't have experience on NADEX, right? You're new to NADEX? Are you new to the industry in general, or just the NADEX? Ernest said guns are legal but very regulated. You just can't walk into a Walmart and get one. Got you. Mm-hmm. They have hardly any crime too in Canada. It's very little crime. I never forget when I was young. I went to Niagara Falls on the Canadian side, and they was like, "Yo, like don't drop nothing, don't spit, don't do nothing." And when you looked at how everything looked, it was clean everywhere. It was like spotless. It was already looking different. I was like, damn, Canada is something else. Yeah, that too. That too. They were very nice folks. Oh, that's a good question. That is a good. Okay, so I see now why you asking Lisa the question. So Lisa, just out of curiosity, the card that you use to fund your account is actually attached to a bank account, right? Because one of the things that you want to make sure that you do, and this is for anyone that is going to fund or open up a NADEX account, a live account. Where the what she said, I'm new. Period. NADEX is the only platform I'm familiar with. I started learning on demo in December. It was 25K at the time. Now it's only 10. Took the 25K demo dollars up to almost 100. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Okay, funded with your bank account. Very good. Okay. All right. So yeah, you'll be good to go. You'll be good to go. Also, one of the things that because I see that you are funding your live account, I want to encourage you to give yourself the necessary time that you need to train before you actually start taking trades in your live account. Like you'll know when you're ready to go live, because the way that we do things, it forces you to develop patience and discipline. So you know you're not going to be trading live for a while, because you need the time to train and to understand the process that we use to look at the market and see what the market is actually doing as far as how it's moving. So there's no rush. You know, you want to give yourself time for that. You want to give yourself time to paper trade. You know, you want to give yourself time just to develop and understand what MRMH is and stuff like that. She said not been able to do that live though. It's different when mental and emotions of trading with your own money involved. It is. It is different. Don't rush it though. Don't rush it. Like don't rush the money part, because even with the paper trading aspect of how we do it, where you'll be using your live account information, but then you actually pull the trigger in the demo account, that's teaching you the muscle memory that you'll need when you actually do trade live. And doing it that way, you're using actual prices from the live feed instead of using the demo prices. So that's important as well. But everything that you're saying is going to come within due time. You know, because I mean, like, let me give you one other perspective. It's just like the difference between starting with $100 with one contract, and when you see in your account for the first time $1,000. Like when you build up your account to 1,000, The same process that you've been doing with one contract, you're going to do the same thing with $1,000 in there. But emotionally and mentally, because that's unknown to you, it feels different because you've never been there before. You see what I'm saying? So that's going to be the case as you move forward, period. And that's why training and repetition is so important, because it conditions you the entire time so that you don't have that same emotional reaction and then do something different. Like, you don't want to have a reaction emotionally and then deviate. That's the problem. You having an emotional reaction is one thing, because you already got to deal with that. And you're like, oh man, I never seen my account this big before. Oh my goodness, I'm at 20 contracts. Oh wow, I'm at 40 contracts. And it's like, you want to be able to develop yourself so that it ain't gonna matter what contract size you at. The process is gonna be the same. The same thing you're doing at 40 contracts is what you were doing at one. When you get to 50, 80, 100 contracts, it's the same thing you were doing at one. That's what Project 21 helps you with also. It helps to bring you along in steps and in the phases of your own personal development as you elevate, and you're not thinking about the money part. This is another reason why even inside the account, you can hide your balance. That's a part of the psychology. Like, hide your balance so you don't got to see that, and just focus on the execution of what you're being trained to do. And again, this is why the training regimen is so important, because the same habits that you create early is the same way that you're going to execute your skill later on. That's why we get excited when you actually do what you're instructed to do. When you said that you started with the first 2 videos and then you watched 301, you're doing exactly what you were instructed to do out the gate, which means that you're going to create the right habits in the beginning, which means that will turn into the right execution when you actually do trade, when the time comes. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I reiterate everything that I just said. Faz, what's happening? Best way to trade is wait until the market is stable. Indeed. The smoother, the better. You sound like you've been around here a few times. Faz, what are you trading? You trade NADEX? Jay Carly said, and depending on one's discipline, this is for anyone, don't have any balance in there until you're ready. And you'll know that you're ready. When you don't ask, am I ready? Bingo. Fast. Learn a little here and there. Trade the pound. Okay. So you trading the pound on NADEX? You trading the binaries? What are you trading? Hey, you don't like fireworks on NADEX. All right, cool. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Okay, I see what you did, J. Carly. J. Carly, that was Cash App? That's the Cash App that you did, right? Okay. Yeah, I saw. So actually, they have a fee. The fee was what, 45 cents? So I'm wondering if that's the percent, if it's a percentage of what you're actually buying with. Let me see what the percentage is. 2.25%. Yeah, 22.0225. Yeah, so 2.25% looks like the fee for the transaction, which is cool. Right, right. So you just end up spending whatever you want to spend. So they deduct it from the amount. Yeah, yeah. That's how it is on Coinbase. Yeah, that's actually pretty. That's pretty new, pretty neat rather. Right. It lets you kind of like you can do whatever you want to. Right. Yeah, I like it. I like it. That's very nice. I like Cash App too because they actually have a card that you can use. You know, for if you ever want to spend money on something, you can actually use your card. Yep. So let me see what Tracy said. She said, Lisa, don't trade live yet, my friend. Train on repeat until you understand it 100%. I agree. Yep. Fast. With NADEX, you need smooth, and with Forex, you need fast. So trade both. Whew. Or you get real good at NADEX, you don't need Forex. But that's none of my business. That's none of my business. So the euro's looking a lot better than it was. Yep. Faz, you like Forex over NADEX? NADEX too long to wait, huh? This is always an interesting conversation. This is always interesting. He said NADEX is extra. I guess that's one way to look at it. But you're right, it is. It's a lot extra. Right, a lot of extra money. Wow. Yeah, I think that everything is relative too. You know, if you don't, it's just like once you figure something out, just keep doing the same thing over and over again. That's how I like to move. I like to do things where I figure something out, and instead of me trying to do a bunch of different things to make it feel like I'm doing a lot, I'd rather just take one thing that I figured out how to do and then just scale it up. Like, just go big. Go as big as I can go. To me, that makes way more sense. So that's what we do with NADEX. There's nothing wrong with the wait if you know you're gonna win. It ain't nothing wrong with the wait if you know you're gonna win. Paley says standard lot is nuts. 100,000 NADEX is better than $10. A pip is not worth it. J. Carter said, I'm of the position that if you like it, I love it. If you're successful, stay there. Right. And I happen to love NADEX. Fast. NADEX ain't trading to me. I enjoy Forex, but can't complain about extra money with NADEX when opportunity arises. How does NADEX not represent trading? I'm not sure what you mean. What does that even mean? He said NADEX ain't trading to me. Oh, man. Oh, excuse me. Right, and that is more accurate. What Ernest just said. He says spot Forex is easy if you're coming from NADEX, but NADEX is not easy if you're coming from Forex. You can't compare the two at all. Indeed. Yep. It's binary, so it's not trading. You just have to be right or wrong. Yeah, that's the idea. But don't you have to? I don't understand that at all, though. Ugh. When you make a Forex trade and you're wrong about the direction, what happens? All right. NADEX definitely not trading. I mean, you know what? In all fairness, that's cool. I'm all right with that because for me, NADEX is winning. Because I'm gonna win every trade I take. So I don't care what you call it. Binary is not trading. It's right or wrong. I'm gonna be right every time I take a trade. Or every time I take a whatever you want to call it. Oh, man. They call it, I'm walking up to the stage. Oh, man. If you think it is, then it's all good for you. To me, it makes no difference what you call it. To me, the bottom line is, are you profitable with what you do? That's it. When it's all said and done, are you making profit? That's the question. That's the only question that counts. So whether you trading or binary or whatever, Are you profitable? Is the question. And of course, you got people that are like adrenaline junkies, so they like to be in, they like to be in the market when the market is moving around and all of that. I just want to make money. Fast, don't mind us. Nah, nobody's touchy, man. We just always are open for conversations. That's all. Oh, now everybody's clueless. Okay, but it sounds like you touchy now. You just said we was touchy. All right. Oh. So NADEX is closing in 2 minutes. Oh, you responding to Ernest? Oh boy. All right, so you know what? I'm gonna stay out of that one. If I had popcorn, I would just sit back and eat my popcorn. That's the rabbit hole right there, man. Yeah, right. How about the Yankees? Uh-oh. Oh boy. Here we go. Man. Apparently you need to drink too. Mm-hmm. Delali said, what they asked you at the amusement park, would you like to sit in the front, the middle, or the back? Oh, man. It's beautiful when you can just do what you want to do. Like, that's a beautiful thing, I must say. It really is. And I know that it can be confusing to people sometimes when they look at what you be doing. Ooh, excuse me. Right, yeah. That's the title. Is investing in the stock market worth your time? Yep. That's looking like par. That's looking like the birdie right there. Okay. That was short lived. It's always interesting and entertaining. Like, okay, so how about them Yankees? Jason, what instruments do you trade? 5-minute binary options on NADEX. That's what I personally trade. The market of choice is the euro dollar. Oh, excuse me. Although the framework that I use can be used in any market, so. Yeah, pretty much. Joseph said, realize that I'm addicted to trying to make money from trading. I have to get over my need to make money. That is a very intense thing to deal with. Yeah, it's that can be very intense. I think that the majority of people are like that to some degree. Some got it much bad, much worse than others. Some people got that bad. And it's crazy because it's like you're trying to make all of this money and you end up never making any money. Yeah, exactly. Right. Payless was he already is on it. Self-awareness. Yep. That's right. That's the first step right there to being able to change anything, is to admit that you're doing something. Yeah. That's why you're gonna be all right, Joseph. And that right there is so important too. Because a lot of times the market will show you how you are. And sometimes you may not have known that you were like that. So when you know that you're a certain way, the reason that that's good is because you now have the key to be able the key to position yourself to change it. That's what training is going to do for you. Yep. And that's what it is, right? The game plan to suffocate the BS. Exactly. And that's what the repetition of training does. That's what it is. Jelani said your need should be the need to obtain the skill first. Ooh. The money will be an afterthought because with the skill, all the money will come naturally. That's hard. Yep. Jay Carly said, Joseph, you're going to be fine. You've been thinking about that for a few days or no? It's amazing too. Like that's one of the things I enjoy watching and observing is the journey. Like just like how, many of these guys are just starting out. Joseph is new. Joseph just joined us last week. Lisa joined us today. She's already on the right track. So like when I see stuff like that where you're doing everything that you're instructed to do out the gate, I get excited because I know what that leads to. I know what's going to happen. You may not even know yourself what's going to happen because you have to go through it, but I know what's going to happen. If you just commit to the training, everything that you want will come because you're really doing it. It's not like you kind of doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're not playing around with what it is that you ultimately want. You're actually doing the work to position yourself for what you ultimately want. And that's why, like what Jelani just said to Joseph about getting the skill first. That's the most important part. Understanding what the skill is. Like, what is the skill? It's not just the market skill. It's the mindset. So what we talk about and what we're pointing out now with what you said about yourself, that's an issue right there that you personally have within yourself. Well, how do you overcome a personal issue? You got to suffocate it. That's what we do with everything. The answer is to suffocate. That's the only way that you're going to kill your bullshit. You got to suffocate it. You have to do something that just overwhelms whatever it is until it just ain't there no more. It ain't showing up no more. And that's what training does. Training is repetitive on purpose. And as you do it, the more and more that you become habitual with it, now the habit turns into the natural ability to do it. You see what I'm saying? Initially, you creating the first nature, meaning that you actually got to work. You have to learn how to train every day. You have to force yourself to train every day. After a while, you get used to training every day. Then you get used to training more every day because now it's a habit for you and it's automatic. It's a natural habit. Next thing you know, you elevate. You like, you know what? I'm ready to trade now. And you seamlessly move into trading and you have the skill set now. So now when you start to trade, everything looks different. Because now when you're trading, the trading is a reflection of the training that you put in the beginning and up to now. Your trades will reflect your skill set that came through training. That's hard. It's hard, man. And that's why this stuff works. Like, you can't lose with this. Because this is really work. This is like, instead of working on the symptoms, we working on the disease. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can cover up the symptoms, but if you don't cure it, it's still there. The symptoms will come back later and they'll keep coming back. We ignore the symptoms altogether. The symptoms let us know that there's something wrong, but we're going straight to the root of what's wrong and we're going to cure it. We're going to take it out. And the way that we kill it is through the suffocation. That's how we do it. That's why it works. Yep. J. Carl said he came to the forefront and said, this is what I need to work on. Right. Paley's, the fact that you came on here, Joseph, shows me that you want to change. Keep destroying the BS from here on out. Coming from a 22-year-old. Come on, man. Shadi said, come on home, Joseph. Lisa said, great stuff. Yes, it is. Jelani, a heavy dosage of 336, 396. Joseph will get you right, sir. Yep. J. Carly said, watch video 509. Which one is that, J. Carly? She said it'll knock that shit right out. And 336, 396. Yeah, man, it's a lot, man. Y'all are right where y'all need to be. Oh, that was Shawnee. Okay. Yeah, that was Shawnee's fire. Yeah, that was hard. Yep. Yeah, man, we got mad medication. We got the cure, man. Never heard anything so amazing. You say that about everything. Look, Jelani says she do. Yep. Yeah, she be in the moment. She like, yo, this is the most amazing shit ever. Right here, right now. Yep. Yeah, but it is amazing though. That definitely was a hard training, definitely. Yeah, she just said about Niagara Falls earlier. Oh shit, that's funny. Yep, all facts. All facts. Ernest said amazing is the most overused word. I hear people being amazed by a sandwich. Yeah, I ain't messing with y'all. Y'all crazy, man. You right though. Man, that sandwich was amazing. Yep, you're right about that. Especially greedy people. Greedy people, a slice of pizza be amazing. All right, Lisa. Yep, we'll see you on training tonight. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I'm getting out of here myself, actually, before I take a nap. Oh, man, I was leaning back, man. I'm getting drowsy. Oh, I gotta take a nap before training, man. Shoot. Yep, I'm out. All right, y'all. So I'll see y'all on training, everybody. Make sure y'all like the video if y'all have not already. All right? Deuces.